Hello, everyone. Shane Sams from the Flipped Lifestyle Podcast and flippedlifestyle.com here with you. Can't wait to hang out with you on this fine Sunday afternoon. Talk a little bit about memberships, especially what is working right now in memberships. So we're going to hang out here for just a few minutes and do some sound checks and get everybody out there working and making sure we got the chat room open, make sure we've got the audio and video settings correct. If you can hear me, go ahead and click chat at the bottom of your screen and open that chat box. We want to open that chat box and change it to all panelists and attendees, and you are going to be able to talk to me. So let me know if you can hear me and see me. That is always the most important thing we can do before we start a training, is make sure that you can hear and see me. I see Diana. She said hi. Kathy says loud and clear. Let me make sure that I can make sure I'm using my correct mic here. Looks like my microphone is correct. Yep, Amber says, what's up, Amber? Hey, Crystal, good to see you here today. How you doing down there? I believe in Florida. And yes, Tony is from New Haven. What's up, Tony? How you doing, my friend? Everybody else, where are you from? Where are you from? What are you doing today? Where are you at right now? I hope that you are safe. I hope you are healthy. I hope that your state or country is reopening a little bit and you're getting a little bit of that freedom back. We've all been kind of locked down here for a couple months, but summer's coming. It's been a beautiful day here, and we've been outside enjoying the weather. Went swimming yesterday for the first time. Jill from Lynchburg, Virginia, and working. Awesome. We've got Kathy from Chesapeake, Virginia. We've got Amber from Alexandria, Virginia. Everybody's in Virginia today. What y'all doing over? What's going on? Of course, nobody told me the party was in Virginia. Why is the party in Virginia today, guys? Hannah is here. What's up, Hannah? Director of content in the house. And then we got, let's see, we got Shelly from Arizona, up in the mountains for the weekend, staying cool. Love that. Let's see. Who else we got? Everybody else. We got more people coming in. There's going to be more people that'll be logging in over the next few minutes. We got Diana getting some vitamin D in Orange County, California. Love it. All right, awesome. I cannot wait to talk memberships with you guys today. Got a lot of great stuff coming up. June is right around the corner. Summer is coming right around the corner. And maybe you're a course person and you're trying to launch a membership site this summer. Maybe you've got an existing membership site already and you're just here to get and keep more members. Or maybe you're both. Maybe you're one at either camp and you just want more traffic to your website. I'm going to talk a lot today about how to get a bigger audience, how to grow that audience this summer, how to grow that audience in June, how to get more members in June, and how to keep more members in June. Jennifer Dixon says, hi, Shane and friends. I like your shirt. That's right, baby. This is official Flip Your Life swag, because all you need is 100 people to pay you $50 a month to make $5,000 a month. And if you get 12 months of those $5,000, you're going to make $60,000 a year, and you can flip your life and change your family's future. Sky's the limit from there once you get those first 100 members. That's what I'm talking about. Christine says, hi from Germany. Nikki Roush told me about you. Nikki Roush is an amazing person, Christine. For those of you who may not have caught Nikki's episode on the Flip Lifestyle podcast last week, you can go check that out over at fliplifestyle.com. She had an amazing success story back in February, and she did over $60,000 in 1 month on her membership. We got Brooke from Oklahoma. Ben, what is going on? Ben Pugh, good to see you in here, buddy. Good to see you, man. So, all right, so everybody else, just keep jamming in the chat room. Want to just call out a couple more things for you. Again, make sure it says all panelists and attendees. If you want to hang out in the chat, there's usually some good discussion. I do not show slides during my public webinars. I save all the slide work for inside of our community and inside of our courses where we really go deep on these topics. So there's going to be a lot of action in the chat. You can hang out in the chat while you hear my voice, and I'll be here on camera as well. May pick up the dry erase board and draw something every once in a while, but mostly we can hang out in the chat, and mostly we can hang out in the Q&A. If you look at the bottom of your screen, if you're on a desktop, not sure where it is on the phone, if somebody sees that, maybe they could help me out in the chat. You can ask questions with the Q&A box to make sure that I do not miss them. The chat will go pretty fast as more and more people log in throughout the training, and as we talk about what's going on the screen. So hit that Q&A box right now if you've got any questions about memberships, if you've got any questions about summer membership marketing, if you've got any questions at all, go ahead and drop those there, and I will stop periodically to answer those questions, and we'll use the discussion It's at the bottom of the screen on the phone as well. Perfect. Thank you, Kathy. So check that out, that Q&A box, if you've got any questions when I do start teaching and training what is going on here. So let me know real quick who's in the room. I know where you're from. Let me know what kind of online business you have. Are you running a membership? If you've got a membership, say, I have a membership. All right. If you're a course salesperson or you don't have a membership yet, say, I don't have a membership. I want to see it. Jennifer says, I have a membership. All right. Who else? Who else in here? Who has a membership and who does not have a membership? Who's ready to launch a membership, or who's selling course sales and they want to get more customers? Let's see. We've got Jill is working on creating her membership. Christine says creating one right now. Perfect. You're in the right place. This is a great time to launch a membership right now this summer in 2020. There's a lot of people at home, a lot of people, the entire way that we shop, the entire way that we work, the entire way that we interact has changed in 2020 because of the crazy events we've all been through over the past couple months. And it is a great, great time to be launching an online membership right now. Ben Pugh says, I don't have a membership, but I want one. We got to get you in the Flip Your Life community, Ben. We got to get that going on. Brooke has a membership. Christy has a is creating her membership. We got Diana just starting. That's okay. That's awesome. Shelly, I don't have one yet. Love the yet, right? Love that. Whoop, I just scrolled way up. Kathy did a Facebook Live this morning to grow her list and launch soon. I think you should launch in June. June is soon. That's what you need to be thinking. Anybody in here doesn't have their membership out, you've got any kind of audience, any kind of list, any kind of anything, June is soon. June is soon. Stop saying soon. Say June. Change it right now, okay? All right, so I'm going to talk about a little bit about June membership marketing. Today, I'm going to talk about let me show my notes. I'm going to talk about 3 foundations of membership marketing first, and then I'm going to talk about specifically what is working in June. I want to make sure that I always cover the fundamentals before we go deep into specifics right now, because all of my marketing strategies, all of my promotional strategies, Kathy says, I'm going to launch in June. I love that. All of my marketing strategies are based on fundamentals, and we build on top of those to have real-time promotions that are relevant to our audiences right now. That's how you make your membership grow. That's how you get and keep more members, is you stay top of mind, you stay relevant, and you're constantly promoting. We're not opening and closing, we're promoting every day of the month. And that's how we get and keep more members, how we grow our membership. Dinah says, launching in July, getting interest now. I got a tip for you for that later, Diane, on how you can make sure that July launch goes off without a hitch, okay? All right, so real quick before we go any farther, I just want to tell you guys who I am. Some of you I can see, I recognize your names. I know you're longtime listeners of the Flip Lifestyle podcast. Some of you are members of the Flip Your Life community. But if you do not know who I am Shane Sams. My wife, Jocelyn, and I are the founders of fliplifestyle.com, the Flipped Lifestyle podcast, and the Flip Your Life community. That's where we help real people, working families, working parents, start, build, and grow their own membership sites. We help you start a membership that can go out and find 100 people to give you $50 a month to make $60,000 a year, so you can become and stay self-employed, so that you can run your own business from anywhere in the world. All you need is your internet and your membership access code, and you can do that for your family to create a better future. My wife, Jocelyn, and I used to be school teachers. I was a social studies teacher. My wife was an elementary school librarian. And we were just going on in our normal jobs, normal life. You know, we went and got master's degrees. We were set on the railroad track to retirement. And then one day we had something really bad happen to our family. We found out that a daycare worker was actually mistreating one of our children really, really bad. They were locking our 3-year-old son into a bathroom for hours at a time to punish him for potty training accidents. And they were doing this to other kids. It came out later. Some of the people that worked at that facility ended up going to jail. They closed that facility down eventually. But the morning that I found out all this happened, I actually asked my boss if I could have the day off work, if she could cover for me, if she could help me out in some way so that I could go deal with this horrible situation that I found myself in. And my boss told me no. She said, hey, you know, I know your son needs you, but your job needs you too. We need you here in the building. We need you at work today. And you're going to have to handle your personal problems after work. And, you know, at that moment, I realized that I'd given a lot of the control of my life to an employer. I gave up a lot of freedom in my life, you know, for a little bit of health insurance and a steady paycheck, that paycheck that you got paid Friday, but it ran out on Thursday. And I realized that I was giving up the power and control over my family's future because I was going to this 9-to-5 every single day because I was working for somebody else. And, I took off that day. I eventually got wrote up for leaving to go to my son and got in a little bit of trouble. Didn't get fired, but, when I was driving back to pick up Isaac, I thought to myself, man, what have I done? I've got to change something. I've got to change my family's future. I've got to take power and control over my life. I've got to figure out a way to work for myself. And I didn't know how I was going to do it. It didn't happen instantaneously. It took me a few months to get my bearings. But after this incident, I looked over at Jocelyn one day in the car and I said, we make about $5,000 a month together. And if we just had 100 people giving us $50 a month, we would make $60,000 a year. If we did that, we could quit our jobs. We wouldn't have to go to teach anymore. You wouldn't have to be a librarian. I wouldn't have to be a social studies teacher and a football coach. And I said, man, there's 5 billion people on the internet. Surely I can get somebody to send me $50. And Jocelyn looked at me and goes, yeah, but how are you going to do that? And I didn't know how I was going to do that. I had no clue how I was going to do that. Didn't know anything about online business at the time back in 2012. Didn't know anything about membership sites back in 2012. But I started looking for a way to change my life and to change my family's future. And one day I was out riding riding my lawnmower, cutting my grass, and I was listening to a podcast by a guy named Pat Flynn. And he was talking about how he got fired. And then he started an online business. And he started creating PDFs. It was a study guide for a test. And he put this out to the world and he charged $49 for somebody to buy this PDF from him. And then he would email it to him. And I was like, wait a minute. Did you just say you're getting like $50 to email someone a PDF? I know how to save a PDF. I think I could do that too. So I jumped off my lawnmower and I ran inside and I said, Jocelyn, I figured out how I'm going to get 100 people to give us $50. I'm going to send them emails. And she looked at me like I was crazy. And she said, go cut the grass. So again, it wasn't an overnight success. It took me months of trial and error and struggle, to figure this out. And I started websites. And at first I didn't have a product. I didn't have an idea. I didn't know what I was going to do. So I just put some ads up on all of my blogs. And, I went months and months and never made a dime, didn't make a penny. Right. And I was about to give up until one night, somebody clicked an ad on my website. And I made 11 cents. 11 cents. That was the first money that I ever made online was 11 cents, right? I had never made a dime. I'd never made a penny. And all of a sudden I had 11 cents. I felt rich. And I flipped the screen around and I told my wife, look, I created something and sent it out to the world and somebody sent money back. This is real. We can do this. All we have to do is figure out how to turn it into $11 or $1,100. We can't live on 11 cents, but this is real. We can do this. And at that point, my wife got on board and we launched our first content-based membership. It was called elementarylibrarian.com. Librarians from all over the world who taught elementary schools could join this membership community, pay us $49 a month, right? Because that sounds better than 50. Little tip there for pricing. And lo and behold, we built a membership of hundreds and hundreds of elementary librarians. We launched another website, a membership site called ushistoryteachers.com. We got hundreds and hundreds of U.S. history teachers. They would log in. They would hang out with each other. They would talk to each other as a community. They would download our resources and use them in their classes. And we made millions of dollars online through our membership sites. And we built this huge, stable, monthly recurring revenue for our family. And we have been in the membership game ever since. And when you do stuff like that, when people see that you're successful, they see things are going good, they come up and they ask you how they did it and how can they do it too. And that's why we started the Flip Lifestyle podcast. That's why we started the Flip Your Life community, so that we could help other people build memberships just like we did, to create stable, predictable incomes for their families so that they could become self-employed. They could take total control of their lives. And we have helped so many people over the years, just like I'm going to help you today figure out how to do all of your membership marketing going forward, all of your membership marketing in June, what's working right now this summer. We've helped people from artists to accountants and everything in between. We've helped people find thousands of members for their community. We've got members in the Flip Your Life community now that have not only 100 members, but 500 members, 1,000 members, 10,000 members. We have a member of the Flip Your Life community who is running a 10,000 person membership. We help people like Evan Burst over at the cartoonblock.com. He was an artist that wanted to teach people how to make superheroes, and he found his 100 people, and now he's full-time online running a membership over at cartoonblock.com. We've helped people like Teresa Perlyberg. She's a farmer from North Dakota. She's a sheep farmer, and she figured out that you could shear the wool off a sheep and you can needle felt it into stuffed animals and teddy bears, and that other people wanted to pick up this hobby too. And now she has a membership making over $250,000 a year just teaching people how to shear sheep and sew that wool into little stuffed animals. It's absolutely amazing. People like Brad Barrett, he was an accountant, and his dream was to make enough money online so that he could pick up his kids off the school bus every single day. And through the Flip Your Life community, he was able to build an online income, quit his job, and he actually has one of the biggest financial independence podcasts on the planet right now, straight out of the Flip Your Life community. People like Rebecca Decker, she was a nurse, and she helps other birth professionals deliver babies, right? She gives them the best, most current research. She created a community for them, and she was our first $1 million owner from the Flip Your Life community. People like Jason Guyman, he's a blue-collar pressure washer, had an awesome pressure washing business, and he figured out how to teach people how to do that online as well. So blue-collar, white-collar, it doesn't matter. Any idea that we have seen that can work, we have figured out a way to turn that into a membership community. And that's what I want to do with you guys today. I want to help you guys grow your membership. I know some of you are launching your membership soon. I know some of you have membership. Maybe you have a couple members right now. Maybe you've launched your membership and you haven't got any members. Let's talk about how you can get and keep more members right now in June, okay? All right, so I'm going to give you 3 fundamentals that you got to remember for the rest of this presentation. 3 fundamentals, and I love it when you guys get interactive. I love it when you guys help me out. If I need to answer a question, make sure you drop it in that Q&A box, or if you want to help me outline the presentation today, because I'm not using slides, this is just me hanging out with you, drop it in the chat. When I say a number, say number 1, step 1. Somebody type that into the chat box for me, okay? All right, there's 3 major areas that you've got to focus on in a membership site. Membership marketing is completely different than marketing courses. Anything that anybody tells you about courses, you need to forget about it. It's probably not going to work with memberships. It ain't the same thing as e-commerce. Whatever works in e-commerce, it is not the same thing as getting the people to pay you month after month and year after year. And you've got to forget everything you know about anything in marketing for courses or e-commerce or coaching or any of that stuff. A membership community, membership marketing is completely different. It's completely different. And we've been doing this for almost a decade. So we've got this figured out, but you've got to forget about anything you know about marketing and focus on membership marketing. Okay. So I'm gonna give you 3 fundamentals, erase the past. Here's what we're going to do going forward. And when I tell you what's going to work this summer, when I tell you what's going to work this June, you'll see it aligns with these fundamentals. All right. Fundamental number 1, you've got to have a strategy every single month for building audience. You've got to focus on your audience. We see so many people make the mistake of only trying to go out and sell memberships or only trying to retain people, right? You can't do that. You've got to go in every single month with a relevant way to grow your audience. You got to build that audience for your podcast. You got to build that audience for your YouTube channel. You got to build that audience on your email list and the people that are following your blog and all this content that you're creating. If you're not putting people into the top of your sales funnel, the top of your pipelines, and you're not focusing on audience every single month, you're going to make a huge mistake. Your membership's going to dry up eventually. Your list is going to fall apart, and you're not going to do it. So if you're a membership owner, right, the members are the people that have filtered through your audience, right, to your email list into your membership site. So as we go into every single month, whether it's June, July, August, September, whatever, we have to be thinking audience first. We got to get some traffic. We got to build that audience, okay? And if you're struggling with launching your membership, if you're struggling with maybe you've got it out there and released and you can't find those first few members, you might not be putting enough audience into your content to make it happen. So we got to figure out how to do that first. All right, so that's step number 1. Fundamental number 1 for membership marketing is you've got to grow your audience. All right, step number 2, you have to turn your audience into members. You have to turn your audience into members. And you've got to do that at what we call the point of least resistance, or the price of least resistance. We see so many people that have an awesome, outstanding membership, and it's almost like a castle on a hill. right? They got this big castle. They got this big moat around it. They got spikes sitting in the dirt all the way around their membership and this beautiful content and course area and community. And they're doing member calls and all these things. And they're like, why do more people not come in? Well, you've made it too hard for people to join, right? You've got to have some kind of way to get more members faster. Usually that's through what we call trials, okay? It could be free trials, dollar trials, $7 for 7 days. But you got to figure out how to get more members faster. You got to open the doors, right? Maybe you have an open house where you show people around your membership. Maybe you got to let people in the doors, though, and see what's inside. Memberships are a different thing. Of course, you can describe it, right? You put a sales page up, you can kind of describe it. Benefits, results, all those things. Coaching, it's pretty obvious what you're getting. You're getting that one-on-one time. But a membership, a community, your customer has to feel it, right? Because it's a living, breathing, evolving thing, not some static, dead course that nobody's ever going to take. You may have courses in your membership, but you're also going to have a community of members who are hanging out and helping each other. You're going to be leading that community, and you really need people to try it to kick the tires if you're going to do that. So it's not about getting that full price up front. It's not about getting annual sales so that you feel good and live launch to launch. It's about letting people come in and getting a feel for what you're doing. That's how you turn audience into members. Jocelyn and I were looking at our numbers this week, and this week alone, coming up, we have 200 trials that are about to renew inside of the Flip Your Life community. How cool is that? I mean, this is going to be a good week, right? Some of those people might not stick around, but we have over 200 trials getting ready to renew at our normal monthly price. And that's because we did a promotion, a few weeks ago, planted those seeds for harvest today. And those people came in like gangbusters. The promotion it was a bonus plus a free trial. They all jumped in, and now all those people are going to renew. We have over 200 of those waiting on us. Imagine if you had a $50 a month membership, right? And 1 week you had 200 people about to renew. Like 200 times 50, that's $10,000 a month. That's what's possible when you strategically build an audience and then try to turn your audience into members as fast as possible. And then the third foundation, the third fundamental, the third leg of your membership is you have to turn your members into a community. See, here's what a lot of people do online. They make it all about them and their ego, and they make it all about sitting on the hood of their Lamborghini and renting their Airbnb mansion and living on a beach in Thailand for $7 a day, right? And it's all about me. And you can usually tell these people because if you look at their Instagram, they got more selfies than pictures of their kids. You know what I'm saying? You know those people? Well, those people, right, it's all about them. They get the money, they go away. But that's not what a membership is really about. A membership is about community. A membership is uniting the people in your community together so that they have friends, so that they have content, so that they have leadership, and that they're able to pay month after month and year after year. We don't just want to get a customer. We want to create a forever customer through community. And those are the three fundamentals that we look at when we create all of our promotions in our company, all of our ads, all of our webinars, all of anything is how are we going to grow our audience this month right now, right? How are we going to get our audience to become members right now? The least resistance, move from here to here as fast as possible. It's not about just making sales. It's about turning them into members. And then it's about turning those members, that group of people that are spread out all over the world. We have hundreds and hundreds of members in every U.S. state and like 30 countries or something like that in the Flip Your Life community. How do we turn those members into a real community? There's people in this chat room right now, I bet, in the Flip Your Life community, and you know other people that are in the same chat, right? I've literally met some of the people who are probably in this chat right now. I've met Ben. I've met Crystal in person. That's because we get out there and we have a community. We get on Zoom calls. We do member calls. We hang out, right? If you can go out and find, 1,000 people for an audience, and you can turn a couple hundred of them into emails, and you can turn 100 people into members, and you build in that community where those people don't leave, then not only do you have 100 people that pay you $50 a month to make $60,000 a year, but you have stable, predictable income. Back in March, when the whole world started shutting down and the economy started closing, and we saw restaurants and stores and everything else shut down, and we see even today the economic turmoil that's happening in our country and in the world. you know, we looked at each other, me and Jocelyn looked at each other and said, it's going to be all right. We're fine. Our risk is spread out, right? We have dozens of members in every state and in multiple countries. We've got lots of different people paying us. And you know what the crazy thing that happened was? Nobody quit. Churn didn't go up. Nothing happened. Our community was strong. It had its own living, breathing momentum and heartbeat. And our company has actually grown. While everybody else was laying people off over the past few months, we've hired 3 new people full-time into our company. And that's the power of memberships. And that's the power of membership marketing. And if you get the marketing right, you will constantly replace attrition and anyone that leaves, and your company will constantly grow. Okay. All right. I'm going to pause just for a second. We're about to go into our June marketing. I'm going to tell you what's working this summer. This is a weird time in marketing, right? The world's opening back up. Coronavirus is still kind of scaring people, and you've got to be sensitive to those things, and you've got to be paying attention to those things. And if you always want to be super relevant with your marketing. It's not a bunch of tactics that you read in some book. It's like, what's working now? What's going to happen now? What's going to happen next? How can I get in front of my people? How can I get in front of the people that want to join my membership? And how can I get them excited and interested in coming in and becoming a part of this amazing community and sticking around for a long time? So we're going to talk about each of the 3 tiers, right? On how we're going to create community, how we're going to create members, how we're going to create audience. We're going to talk about each one of those 3 things. But I'm going to pause real quick and I'm going to answer. I see a couple questions down here. Okay. All right. So let's see. So Diana asked, how did you reach so many librarians and coaches? How did you reach so many librarians and coaches? Right. Hey, there's only 2 ways really to build an audience. Okay. You roll up your sleeves and you open your wallet. That's it. You can either go out and you can kiss babies and shake hands and you can meet people and know people and network with people online, or you can buy advertising and drive them to things like webinars where you're going to teach them. So you can target teachers and then filter out the librarians and invite them to a training that they opt in for and give you their email for, and then you grow your list, right? And this didn't happen overnight, Diana. Listen, I'll never tell you that this is a quick fix. It took us 13 months of building our memberships, building our business from the time we launched until the time that we walked in and quit our jobs. Okay. Right. So it's a process. We didn't have any money. We were school teachers in Southeast Kentucky. I had 2 small kids, a 3-year-old and an 18-month-old. I was buying a whole lot of diapers when we started our online business. Listen, we had very little time and even less money. Right. But we sold everything that wasn't bolted down to get enough money to buy our first courses and ads, right? And we made the investment. We sold our house, Diana. We sold our house and downsized into a smaller house, right? Knowing that we would later upgrade, right? Like we used to have when we first started our online business, we had a 2,400 square foot house, nice little cookie cutter neighborhood. We had our little bitty, postage stamp quarter acre in the back of the neighborhood, right? And we said, hey, if we sell our house, we'll have half the mortgage, which will let us quit in half the time, which will let us grow faster. Because if we can succeed part-time, what if we go full-time? And we actually did that. And we moved into a house that was about half the size, right? It was a little 3-bedroom, 2-bath that had been built back in the 30s and remodeled back in the 70s. And it still had the same trim, right? You know what I mean? When we moved in. But a couple years later, after we grew our business, we were able to upgrade, and we had that 2,400 square foot house before. Now we live in a 4,800 square foot house on 40 acres out in the mountains of Kentucky. And we actually have a private 10-acre lake that we ride jet skis on and all these things. And all that came from opening our wallets, rolling up our sleeves, and doing the work to build that audience, which turned into members, which turned into the communities that we've built today. So there's a lot of different strategies. We're going to talk about one specific strategy here in just a few minutes that we can use for summer, and that's going to help you guys too. The thing about it is your people exist. Your audience is already there, even if they're not paying attention to you, right? We just have to jump in front of the conversation they're already having, Diana, and we've got to get them to pay attention to you too. I can remember ads. We ran ads to get some attention to our webinars, but the rolling up our sleeves, I used to lay in bed at night on Twitter and I would type in the word football coach, because I sold playbooks at the time too, football playbooks. And I would look through the pictures of people's profiles, and I would just look for a guy that was standing on the sidelines or by a kid with a football helmet on. And I was like, that must be a real football coach. So if I typed in football coach and, someone's name might be Coach Sams, at Coach Sams, I'd be like, that's a football coach. And I'd follow him. And then I'd send a message to him. And I'd say, he'd send me a message back. And I'd be like, go to my website and sign up for an email list. So I did a lot of manual stuff at the beginning. I rolled up my sleeves and I sold everything in my possession that I could get rid of to get the money that I needed to invest in my business. And I learned from people that were better than me. That's how I learned how to do email marketing. I sold a bunch of keepsakes and mementos and things like that in a yard sale to buy an email marketing course. And that's how I learned that you needed a list. That's how I learned that you had to go out and write emails every single day to your list and promote your stuff every single day. So great question. Great question. Roll up your sleeves, open your wallet. That's how you get people. And I'm going to give you a really good strategy to get those people paying attention to you as well. So if you got any more questions, anybody else has any questions, hit that Q&A box. Also, if we're talking about anything, please keep that chat box open, keep that chat box going, and we'll talk about it as well. So let's take those fundamentals and let's talk about summer. Let's talk about June, okay? We're going to talk about what we're going to do to build community, get more members, and get our audience to grow right now. What is going to be working right now, and even things that we might want to avoid a little bit right now, okay? All right, who has an email list? Let's go back one step from the membership. Tell me in the chat box, go type it in. I have a list. I don't care if you've got 10 people and 4 are your parents and your brothers and sisters. What kind of list do you have? What kind of list do you have? Who has an email list? Let me know. All right, hold on. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Is my sound back? Is my sound back? Is my sound back? All right, cool. All right, let's see here. We've got, let's see. Diana says she's got 38 emails. I bet you've got some members on that list right now. I mean, I bet you've got a 10-person beta group waiting to join your membership, and you'll just give them an opportunity in June, right? All right, a few hundred people. Good job, Brooke. It's awesome. 2,300 people. Way to go, Crystal. It's awesome. Chris says, yep, I have a list. Sound is back. That's good. Everybody can hear me again. I have a list, some from my online, some from my studio. Hey, if they're on the list, they're on the list. Kathy says 450 emails. Chris, 273, 300 people on my list. 12,000 people connected with me on LinkedIn. That's amazing. Yeah, who has an audience of any kind? Who has a Facebook page that people follow, right? Who has a Facebook page right now? Who has a podcast that anybody listens to? I don't care if it's 100 people, right? When me and Jocelyn first launched our first membership to elementarylibrarian.com, we only had about 200 people on a list, right? It was less than 300 people that we launched our first product to, and we made $2,700 the very first month that we launched that to that very small list of a couple hundred people. I've seen people launch to Facebook groups of less than 500 people and get their first 25 to 30 members just to a Facebook group, right? So who has a Facebook group? Who has a anything, anywhere, anybody listening to you, period, right? 2,000 people on a Facebook group. There's members sitting there, right? We just have to give them an opportunity to take the next step. Like, how do we get that attention from the Facebook group to become an audience that's on your email list, right? Like, that's the kind of things that we're going to try. So let me give you 3 things you can do this June. All right, just a big overview, big picture of what you can do in June to get to grow these 3 foundations. Let's work backwards though. Let's start with our community. Let's start with retention, or let's start with a strategy that you can use not only if you have members, but you can actually send this to your email list and warm up your email list to get them ready for what's going to happen in your next promotions. Okay. All right. So this is a strategy that anybody can use for their email list or their social media page, or you can send it to your members. I'm going to grab a drink of water real quick. All right. The first thing I want everybody to do in June is I want you to send your emails, your email list, 3 emails, okay? If you don't have a big email list, I want you to post these same things in your Facebook groups, or do a YouTube video about them if somebody's following you on your YouTube channel, or just get this message in front of your audience. But this works really, really good if you've got an email list or a social media following of any kind, okay? All right? I call this a re-indoctrination sequence. We need to remind everybody periodically why they follow you. We need to remind your YouTube followers, Chris. We need to remind your Facebook group, Ben. We need to remind your email list, Crystal, right? We need to remind those 12,000 people, Bez, on LinkedIn, why they want to be a part of your community. Okay. So we're going to send a re-indoctrination sequence to them. Now there's 3 messages in this. I'm going to talk about these in the terms of emails. Okay. And you can translate it into your thing. If I say do this on email 1, then you can go make a YouTube video for video 1, or you can make a Facebook post for Facebook 1. So email 1 is going to tell them who you are and what you do. So I would send people a message and I would say, hey, this is Shane Sams from the Flipped Lifestyle podcast and flippedlifestyle.com. My wife, Jocelyn, and I help people start, build, and grow memberships. We help people grow their audience, get more members, and keep more members so that they can find 100 people to give them $50 a month and make $60,000 a year. And we do that over here in the Flip Your Life community. We're not going to go deep. This isn't a big sales pitch. It's not a sales page. We're just going to tell them who we are and what we do. We got to get top of mind, man. The last 2 weeks especially, the last 2 months have been really distracting. Who here, raise your virtual hand, has been a little distracted while you've been under quarantine or lockdown about what's happening in the world? As the world gets back to normal, we have got to get our list thinking back to normal, and we got to remind them who we are and what we do. And we're just going to send a message out for that. That's all we're going to do. Okay. All right. Email 2, Facebook 2, YouTube 2, whatever it is. Okay. And at the end of today's webinar, I'm going to show you, I've got scripts for these emails where I've actually written them, and you can just use them as a template. And I'm going to show you how to get a hold of those. Okay. All right. Email 2, tell them when and where they can connect with you in other places. Like people forget that they can reach out to you. You're just a normal person. I'm a normal person, and we can reach out to each other all over the place. Maybe you've got that YouTube channel, right? Like Chris, email your list and say, hey, don't forget, I do a live video every Monday. That's the win. Hey, don't forget, I'm over on YouTube. I got an awesome YouTube channel. I'm doing videos every single week, right? Tell them Facebook pages, tell them Instagram accounts, Twitter, Pinterest. Where do you hang out online? When do you hang out online? Email your list and tell them that, right? Now they remember, oh, I remember Shane and Jocelyn. Oh, yeah, they help people start, build, and grow memberships. Oh, yeah, I remember them. Oh, they have an awesome Facebook page that they post stuff on all the time. Actually, they go live every morning at 9 o'clock. There's something happening every morning at 9 o'clock on our Facebook page. So I'm just reminding them who I am, what I do, when I hang out online, and where they can interact with me online. I'm going to create more connection points. And then email 3, tell them why you do what you do and how you do it. So that's it. That's the whole message sequence that you're going to send out, right? Who you are and what you do, when and where you are and hang out online, and why and how you do what you do, right? Like our why is a friend of ours named Lindsay. Jocelyn and I quit our jobs back in September of 2013, and we've been self-employed online entrepreneurs ever since. And we had a friend from church who said, hey, that was pretty cool. Do you think I could do that? And we're like, I guess. And we taught her how. Lo and behold, she quits her job too, right? Well, we realized at that point, it worked for us and it worked for her. It could probably work for all of you guys. So if we just tell you how to do it. So we created the Flip Your Life Blueprint. We put that inside the Flip Your Life community. And that's why we do what we do. How do we do it? 2 ways. We have a community where we help you start, build, and grow your online business. And if you want to get better at marketing and building your audience and getting more members and keeping more members, we have a newsletter called the Membership Masters Newsletter, where we help you every single month market your membership better, right? So though I've just told you everything that we did, I'm reminding you, and that's going to set the tone and warm people up for down the road. So this is a sequence. If it's an email list, you want to do email 1, 2, and 3. You want to day 1, day 2, day 3, send those out 3 different days. Release them in 3 different YouTube videos, different social media posts as well, okay? And if you guys want to get a script for that, I'm going to tell you how to do that. I got a script for you guys that I can get to you for free. I'm going to tell you how to do that at the end of today's presentation, okay? If you got any questions as we go, I see a couple questions popping up. I will be doing a Q&A in just a few minutes, okay? All right, step number 2. So first of all, we're going to focus on the people that are already paying attention, right? Now we're going to try to get more people to pay attention. Not only the people on our list, but off our list as well. And we're going to do that. What's going to be really working right now in June are live webinars. You got to have a good live webinar in June for cold traffic and warm traffic, right? It's going to grow your list, get new people on it. You got to get out there. You got to build that list. And we're going to get people to come to a live presentation. What happened when we all got locked down in quarantine, y'all? Everybody signed up for Zoom. Zoom went from 100 people, or it went from like 10 million people to 100 million people in like 2 weeks, right? And everybody's using FaceTime. Everybody's using Zoom. Everybody's using all those things, right? Everybody's doing online content, virtual classes. The public has never been more educated about how to get online and watch you give a presentation right now. What are you doing right now? You're here hanging out with me on this presentation. It's an online presentation, right? So you need to be doing a webinar in June. You need to be explaining and doing core content. The second week of June, I'm going to be doing a full-blown workshop to help people who are course creators transition into memberships. I got my webinar on the books. It's scheduled. It's ready to go. And if you want to get more traffic, if you want to build your audience, you want to expand your reach, you need to do some kind of live webinar training in June. There's never been a better time to do that. Okay. All right. So 1, we're going to work on retention, right? We're going to work on our list. We're going to warm up our audience that's already paying attention to us with that re-indoctrination sequence. 2, we're going to work on traffic. We're going to work on building our audience. We're going to do a live webinar. We're going to do a live training. We're going to get people to spread the word. Anybody that's already paying attention, we want them to come. We want them to tell their friends, get them to come. We want to run some ads. I don't care if it's for a day. I want you to get out there and try to grow your list through a webinar, teaching core content. All right. And the last thing that I'm going to say that's going to work really, really well, and this is from experience, y'all. I've been doing this now. Almost 10 years we've had memberships, right? Almost 10 years we've been doing this. Helped thousands of people start memberships. And I can tell you right now in June, what's going to work really well is a quarterly seasonal sale. A quarterly seasonal sale. If you're about to launch your membership, you want to have a summer launch party, right? If you want to sell more memberships, you need to take that monthly plan and be like, hey, we're going to offer a quarterly plan. Seasons are a great time for people to think about doing new things, think about changing. We got spring, we got summer, we got fall, and we've got winter, right? So there's 4 seasons of the year. Well, the first day of summer is actually in June. There's no better time than right now to do that I've ever seen than to do a quarterly offer, to do a quarterly sale, do a summer sale for your membership. Spring sucked. Let's be realistic. We all lost March and April. It disappeared. Right? It literally disappeared from life. We couldn't leave our houses, right? We're all scared to go anywhere, right? But summer's coming. Summer's opening back up. Summer's happening, right? People are thinking about summer, that 3-month block of time where the sun's shining, life is good, we're allowed to go back outside again. And it's going to be a great time to give people an opportunity to do something, like buy something this summer. There's a lot of pent-up demand where everybody's been stuck at home, not been spending money, right? And these summer sales, these quarterly offers are going to be great. So if you've got a quarterly plan, let's say you got a monthly plan that's $100 a month. I'm just going to grab that. If you got a $100 a month plan, that's $300 a quarter if they stayed 3 months. Offer it to them for 50% off. Hey, if you sign up front, I'll give you 50% off, $149 a quarter. That's a recurring membership every quarter. It's a great opportunity at the beginning of a season to get a bunch of ad money, to get a bunch of cash coming into your community, offering people a really huge deal, right? And that's going to give you money to fuel your summer promotions down the road, right? Now, there's other opportunities to market this month, like Father's Day, but I was actually staying away from Father's Day and focusing on this quarterly because, 1, I think it's going to be a great opportunity for people to get a bunch of new members in their membership. If you're about to launch, there's no better offer than a quarterly price to launch. Hey, the first people that get in get this 50% off forever, right? So if you want to launch your membership in July, I'd back it up 1 week to June 21st or whatever, June 20th, whatever the first day of summer is. That out there, or at least start the sale then and open on July 1 to get that quarterly offer on your launch. If you're trying to get more members, a quarterly price can give you a great influx of cash and can get people off the fence. And it's also a great way to upgrade your monthly members into a longer plan so that you've got more cash flow, you've got better percentages that you can work with, and you can kind of tell the future of how much cash you're going to have in the quarter. So that's what I know is going to work in June. I've based all of our planning on it. I've based everything on that. We're going to do that webinar the second week. We're going to have a re-indoctrination sequence fire out 1 week in June. We're going to do a webinar. We're going to have a summer sale, quarterly memberships. We're really going to focus on quarterly memberships next month. And those are the things, because of everything going on in the world, because of all my experience helping people with memberships, I know are going to work this year. Okay. All right. So I'm going to open the floor wide open for questions. Going to open up the floor for questions. If you've got, I've seen questions coming in the chat. I'm going to ask you right now, open your chat box. Everybody look in the chat, see if you got any questions. Copy those into the Q&A right now. I'm going to open the floor for any questions about launching memberships, opening memberships, membership marketing. That's where I spend most of my time in our company, is on the marketing and the promotions of all of our subscriptions. So if you got a question right now, I'm going to give everybody about minutes to get their questions in. Whatever ends up now, that's going to be the questions that I'm going to answer at the end of this. So if you've got any questions about membership marketing, now is the time to ask them. While we're waiting for everybody to get their questions in, I want to show you a resource that I'm going to give you that you can get more help right now with your membership marketing in June. It's called the Membership Masters Newsletter. It is a detailed plan for all of your membership marketing, how to do all of that in June. I'm going to give you this month a detailed plan for hosting and marketing your webinar. I've got a step-by-step daily calendar. It's going to tell you what to do every single day in June for launching your summer sale, writing your indoctrination sequence. I've already written 3 emails. They're in this month's edition of the Membership Masters newsletter. Those 3 emails I was just talking about, I wrote them out. You've got a format, you've got a framework, you've got a template that you can straight up copy and use for your membership. All of that is in this month's edition of the Membership Masters newsletter. This is my exclusive, top shelf, tier 1, number 1 membership marketing newsletter on the planet. There's nothing else like it, where it's 100% focused on how you can get and keep more members every single month. And I'm going to guide you through that webinar, guide you through that summer sale, and guide you through that reindoctrination sequence. You can have all of that. It's inside. And if you want a copy of that, I'm going to give it to you for actually free. If you go to membershipmasters.com, or you look in the chat box right now, you can sign up today to get a free copy of the Membership Masters newsletter. It's normally $197 a month. But if you'll just cover a little bit of shipping and handling today, I will send you the June issue that has all of the information for that reindoctrination sequence. It's got the entire plan for launching your webinar, and it's got the plan for the quarterly summer sale. All that in there. If you're not a subscriber right now, new subscribers, you can get your first issue right now for free. Just cover a little bit of shipping and handling. We do mail those out. They're in a really nice package. It's print, comes out in priority mail, opens it up. We got a second envelope inside that you can get that, and you can see inside is the newsletter itself. Tells you exactly what to do every single day. I've actually got a calendar here that says do this, do this. There's no guessing, no planning at all in the Membership Masters newsletter. So make sure you check that out, subscribe. I've got resources and videos inside there waiting for you today. We go to print tomorrow, and we get these things mailed out this week, right? So you're going to get this in the mail this week, but the digital issue, it comes out tomorrow. So you'll be able to get a jump on the calendar, be able to take a look at it. The paper print issue, the full issue, arrives later this week around June 1st. Inside of the member area of the Membership Masters newsletter, you can get 2 back issues right now. Actually open up. There are 2 most popular back issues we've ever had. One's going to tell you how to set up a free trial funnel, which is really, really important to getting people in. And I have a special article in there right now called Marketing Memberships in the Age of Coronavirus. That's a $394 value that's inside the member area right now. So while you're waiting for your June issue, you're going to be able to take action today. I've got 3 courses inside the Membership Mindset Masterclass. That's a $297 course. It's in there, going to help you set up your membership correctly, get those fundamentals that I briefly went over, right? We've got our Onboarding and Retention Masterclass. It's going to tell you how to get and keep more members longer, $297 value. Going to have 2 live Q&As in June where you can come and ask me questions about the Membership Masters newsletter. It's a $497 value. And Membership Masters subscribers do get priority support. That's a $99 value right there. So we've got everything that I just said. You're going to be able to get all that, over $1,500 in courses and training, instant access today, plus the June issue of the Membership Masters newsletter. All that's for free for less than $15 in shipping and handling. Got to click that link to get it right now if you want to be a subscriber. If you got any questions about the Membership Masters newsletter, it's my favorite project. I work so hard on it every single month, and I make sure that you know exactly how to get more members, exactly how to keep more members, and how to get traffic and build audience for your membership site. If you got any questions about the Membership Masters newsletter, you want to get all that today, go ahead and ask them in the Q&A. Okay, Christine's first question up. She says, is the digital issue also the full issue? It is the full calendar, Christine, to get you planning, to get your planning ahead. And we do hold back 2 of the articles in the digital issue, and those, because I want you to have that Christmas morning surprise, Christine. I want you to have the go to the mailbox and open it and be able to flip through it and write on it and highlight it, and like, that's the beauty of this thing. It's old school, man. We're not messing around. This isn't some PDF download that you're going to drop into your box. No, it's an engaging thing that you can take action on, and it's going to tell you what to do every month. You know, I'm going to tell you how to get more traffic at the beginning of every issue. I'm going to tell you what to do every single day. And then I got 2 other articles that are all about retention, getting more retention, and getting people to stay longer. So we've got extra articles in there. We do hold back the digital issue a little bit, though not all the materials in there, because we want you to have that Christmas morning surprise when we mail this thing out to you as well. And Christine says, I get it, but shipping from US to Germany takes too long. International, oh, you're in Germany. International subscribers, we do send a full issue to digitally, but the U.S. people, we don't. Sorry, guys. You're going to get it all. It's going to be fine. All right, Q&As. Let's go into the Q&A real quick. All right, do you have any ideas on additional products or higher ticket items that I can create for my members? I've been having a difficult time up with something other than my membership, helping teach. Okay, if you're wanting to do a high ticket upsell, Crystal, focus on the membership first. As soon as people join your membership, ask them to join annually. And if they join annually, ask them to join on a lifetime membership. That's 2 times the price of your annual. Stop working so hard about this. Until you have 1,000 members, I don't want you to worry about it. Let's get your funnel, the free trials coming in, monthly members renewing, upsell them to quarterly and annual time, and forget about the rest. And then you don't have to worry about it. Make it a smooth transition from one to another. Okay. All right. I think that's Kiki. Is how you say that? Kiki Holmes. What is a good platform to start a membership on that's actually affordable? Okay. The best value, let me grab this for you. The best value in memberships, period, that we have found is Kajabi. Kajabi does cost $149 a month, but here's what it does. It replaces every other piece of software you'll ever need. It replaces paying monthly for hosting your website. It replaces an email service provider. It replaces a CRM. It replaces lead pages and ClickFunnels and all these things that you attach. You don't even have to have a WordPress website uploaded on HostGator or Bluehost or any of that nonsense. You pay one fee. You can email your list. You can grow your list. You can blog. You can create a website. The membership area is ridiculously awesome, easy to use. We're switching our entire company over to Kajabi. If you want to see right now, if you want to see the Membership Masters Membership Masters is completely hosted on Kajabi. You can either go to membershipmasters.com if you want to see the full site, or you can check it out in the chat. I'm going to drop the link one more time. Check it out. You can see how it works. You can see the member area. Join, get your free newsletter, look back into the member area. But it replaces everything you need. You know what? I used to spend $1,200 to $1,500 a month, $1,500 a month on all my plugins and Infusionsoft and emails and all this stuff. And we went on a 2-year mission to find the best, most affordable, value-packed platform on the planet for memberships, because we teach memberships. It's all we teach. I have thousands of students that are running successful memberships all over the world, and we are now exclusively recommending Kajabi. We are affiliates. We are partners with Kajabi, and it's actually the first software product we have ever recommended out in our community. That's how much we love it. If you're really wanting something that's going to be a value thing, listen, it ain't free to run a business, y'all. And anybody tells you it is lying to you to get you to buy their course. You have to spend money to make money. You got to invest in your family if you want your family to get a return on the future, right? But it is important to find the tool that can get the job done in the most cost-effective way. And we believe that Kajabi is 100% that answer, okay? All right, I'm going to hit answer live on that one. Got other questions here. Don't forget, we do go to print on Membership Masters tomorrow. Like, we are mailing them out tomorrow. We do not print back issues. If you miss the deadline today and you don't sign up today, then you are not going to get the June issue of Membership Masters. We do not print out back issues. We do not mail those out. It's once or none. Get it or don't get it forever. And we are sending out that digital and print copy this week. So if you want to be in Membership Masters Q&As. If you want to ask us questions about the newsletter, if you want to go in and get those master classes, get those free courses, get over $1,500 in virtual bonuses right now. As soon as you sign up, 2 free back issues, 2 courses. I'm adding a bonus course. It's how to do a webinar. I've got an awesome course, shows you slide by slide how to build a webinar. When you do the webinar next month in the Membership Masters newsletter, you're going to have all the support that you need for that. That has to happen today. You got to sign up today. It's free plus shipping. It is $197 a month. The reason it's so expensive is because I've been doing this for 10 years and I know exactly how to make more money selling memberships. Explaining to you exactly day by day what you have to do it. And think about this, $200 a month. If you got a $25 a month membership and all this did was help you get 9 memberships, it's free forever because you just built 9 monthly members into your membership. If you got a $50 a month membership, it only takes 4 members. If the Membership Masters newsletter in June gets you 5 members, you're profitable on the newsletter in your first month, and you will be forever. But you can get the first issue if you're a new subscriber right now free. Just cover a little bit of shipping. It's $14.95 to get shipping, but I'll send you the first issue free. I'm so confident you'll love it. I know you'll stay forever. I know it's going to help you get more members. I know it's going to help you keep more members if you take action. And if you just go in and get it, you're going to see it. I'm so confident I will mail you the $200 edition for free. All you got to do is cover shipping, and I will send that to you. And you'll see, I know you'll be a member forever. I know you'll stay forever because I know it's going to make you more money and help you grow your membership. Brooke says, I can attest it more than pays for itself every single month. We got other subscribers in here that can tell you the Membership Master, there's nothing like it on the planet. If you want more subscribers, you want to get and keep more members, you better sign up for it today. But you have to sign up for it today because we go to print tomorrow. Okay. All right. So I'm going to click over here into the Q&A box again. Already answered Crystals. Let's see. Ariel and Sarah, I'm working on building content into my brand new membership site through Kajabi. Do I need to buy my domain name first? You can just use the Kajabi links, like that link right there. I do have a domain on ours, but you do probably need a domain name, and you need to mask that over to Kajabi, but you can do that. Before you start promoting it, yeah, I'd probably have your branding done. I actually have another course on branding in the Flip Your Life community. If you're in there, that'll show you exactly how to do that, how to come up with a name. Don't get stuck on the name, though. Names can change later. Membership Masters newsletter actually used to be called Prolific Monthly just a few months ago. And I was looking up domain names back in January, and I was like, man, I'm a membership master. Man, I teach people how to sell and buy and do memberships. And I've helped so many people with memberships. And then I started working in a mastermind group with some of our clients. And I was like, ooh, we've created Membership Masters. And I thought to myself, I wonder if Membership Masters is available. And I looked it up, and it was $2,000, and I bought it before I even thought about it. So you can change your domain name later. It doesn't matter. And make sure that your branding's on point. But yeah, you do probably need a domain name, but you don't have, Kajabi will work without a mass domain name. You can just use the Kajabi link. Like, I think our Kajabi is like Sam's Digital LLC.mykajabi.com or whatever. I could totally use those links, to promote my thing. So no, you don't have to have a domain name kind of done. All right. Diana says, I was thinking of launching 2 times a year, each 20-week session for my memberships. Break down the holidays because parents are busy. All right. 1, don't assume parents are busy. Some parents are busy. Some aren't. They might be able to join your membership. And don't open close. You want to open betas when you launch. You want to get 20 people, figure out how to run the membership. Then you open it again, get 20 more people, and then 20 more people. You got 60. Then you open forever and push. The concept that we have figured out, I remember earlier, Diana, I told you, marketing memberships is different, right? It's not open, close. It's not high G feast or famine launches. It's no, we have a community. If you want to join the country club, just promote them. All right, I might be breaking up here. Can y'all still hear me? I just had an internet warning. Who can still hear me? Let me know in the chat box if you can still hear me. Let me know. All right, good. All right, I saw Jocelyn just said too, and didn't tell your wife that you bought the domain name. No, I didn't, because I was going to get in trouble for spending that much money. All right, but Diana, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, don't open close. The concept of memberships is to leave them open forever, but do promotions. Like next month, we're going to do a webinar, right? We're going to do reindoctrination. We're going to do the for sale. We're going to get more members that way. We're just going to attach promotions to the calendar in different ways, and we're going to run those promotions. We're going to get a raise every day. I don't want to close my membership. What if 5 people want to give me money, right? Then I'm going to have to get a raise. I want to raise every day. I want those 5 people to pay me, right? So we're not going to open and close unless we have to, right? But we don't have to. You can choose not to do that. Just do promotions. Monthly membership marketing is the way to go. Let me know when the audio clears up in the chat. I'm going to keep it, okay? All right. Jennifer says, do you send different emails to each of your groups of people? Is Membership Masters getting one indoctrination and your Flip Your Life members getting another indoctrination email sequence? I would segment my list for sure. I might even send a different indoctrination. It'll be this similar though, Jennifer, because who I am and what I do, the only probably thing that changes is the last sentence, right? Who I am, what we do. Hey, membership, join. It depends what I'm going to do. I could do a re-indoctrination sequence this month for Membership Masters, and next month I could do it for Flip Your Life. And I would do it. I want to do it quarterly for all of my brands, right? You got to remind people who you are and where you're from and what you do all the time. People forget. They don't know your story. They don't remember your story. You need them and tell them 100 times, right? That story I told you at the beginning of who me and Jocelyn were, I tell that every webinar. I tell that every re-indoctrination sequence. I tell that every time somebody opts in. I tell that on our member calls. I tell that on my podcast interviews. We tell it all the time. You got to keep telling people over and over. It takes 7 exposures before anybody remembers anything, right? So I can do it to different cohorts, and I can pitch something different at the end. Membership Masters and Flip Your Life are pretty similar. It's the same audience, just where they are. Are they more advanced? Are they less? Are they ready to launch and go? And that's a Membership Masters customer. Are they selling memberships? That's a Membership Master customer. The Flip Your Life community is a different product, but it's people who are getting that first 100 members, and they want to kind of blend the two together. But like now, if it was U.S. history teachers, my education website, they're going to get a completely different email sequence. Okay. All right. Ben says, how would you recommend a transition from high cost one-on-one coaching to lower cost memberships that still supports one-on-one coaching? For the few that want in? Yeah, just open a membership. Here's how you turn a one-on-one coaching business into a membership, Ben. 80% of what you say to people in your niche, I would guarantee you is the same. I bet if you had 10 people come in your niche that were doing the exact same avatar, then 80% of what you say all the time is probably the same. You're telling the same stories, giving the same advice, doing all that. That 80% becomes your content in your membership community. Now you let people join to get access to your content, and you do 2 Q&As a month to ask questions. That fills up the 20%, right? So take what you're always saying over and over. Like I tell everybody, there's 3 things that you need if you're going to have a membership site. You're going to need content, community, and leadership, right? That's what you provide as the membership owner, okay? Well, guess what? That's a course in the Flip Your Life community that says that. Now I don't have to say that anymore. Now, on a member call, somebody may ask me, is this content free or paid? That's a question, right? I don't know. I got to look at the content. So we fill in that. So just open a membership, let your audience join it. And what's cool is, Ben, when you get a membership going, you'll never need a one-on-one client again. They'll always come from your membership, and you'll just say, hey, members, I got a one-on-one spot. Bam. It's the best way to fuel a one-on-one coaching program is to have a group of members who can upgrade into that. Okay. All right, we got a few more questions here that I'm going to get to real fast. I've got a couple more minutes here, and I want to make sure that we do get that. We've got Christy, I see your question there. I'll answer that one first in just a second. But I want to remind everybody that today is the last day that you can get signed up for the June issue of Membership Masters newsletter. Look, I want to help you write that indoctrination sequence. I want to help you write that, not only for the people to remind you are, but you can stick that in your email list, and every time someone subscribes, they'll get those 3 emails. They'll know exactly who you are, what you do, when you do it, how you do it, and be much more likely and warm to join your membership. I've got templates in the June issue for that re-indoctrination sequence right now. I'm going to help you do your webinar next month. I'm uploading that course today where you're going to be able to go in and I just make your slides for you. I got a slide template. I got a video you can watch, tells you exactly how to host that sales webinar for your membership. And I want to help you run that summer quarterly sale. It's going to be a big, big opportunity. If you're launching your membership this month, You can open your beta with a quarterly sale and get a big influx of cash that can fuel your ads for next month in July so that you can grow your membership even bigger. If you're going to join today, you're also going to get instant access to 2 back issues, our free trial funnel, and our marketing in the age of coronavirus issue. That's $394 of Membership Masters newsletter that you're going to get instant access to. Right now, you're going to get the Membership Mindset Masterclass. That's a $297 value. Our Onboarding and Retention Masterclass, another $297 value. The Webinar Masterclass, another $300 course that I'm throwing in there. Jocelyn and I are going to be hosting 2 live Q&As for all of our members next month where we can answer your questions about the Membership Masters newsletter. Plus, you get priority support. That's over $1,500 in instant bonuses that you'll get when you sign up today for free. You can get your first issue of the Membership Masters newsletter right now for free. All we ask is that you do cover a little bit of shipping and handling. We do got to print those. We do got to stuff those envelopes, and we do got to get those in the mail. So there are a few costs that we got to cover, but we just asked you to do that, and I'm going to send you a $197 Membership Masters newsletter absolutely for free if it's your first time. All right, so the question that I've got here, where did it go? So Christy asked, does Kajabi also have email listing? Nope, you do not need Aweber. Kajabi does everything. Kajabi does absolutely everything, guys. It's your email provider. It makes sales pages. It does everything. It absolutely does everything. You don't need, it's completely self-contained. It hosts your website. You can do your blog. You can, embed your podcast. You can put your YouTube videos on it. Like, it literally does it all. When me and Jocelyn started back in 2012, we about half had to code all this stuff. I mean, you talk about a tech learning curve. I'm so jealous of people right now. I can build websites on my cell phone with Kajabi. I was doing it just last night. I was updating a sales page. I was like, Jocelyn, check this out. I can just move my thumb and we can make money. It's amazing. So yeah, Kajabi does emails, and I've dropped that link again, our partner link. You can get we've got a 28-day free trial if you click that link, and you can check Kajabi out in the chat box. Okay. All right. So let me see. I answered this one. Got that one. All right, Jen says, Shane Jocelyn, what? Jen? Long time no see, friend. Blast from the past. I've avoided the membership model for years. Oh, Jen, come on. We've been telling you this for years because I get overwhelmed by customer service. Okay. How do you maintain boundaries and keep yourself from burning out while running a membership? I pretty well tanked my health running to telesummits. Yeah, summits are a lot of work, Jen. I've done one, and it's really, really hard. I mean, you're just constantly moving. I get it. I understand that, and I would not recommend doing that anymore. Memberships are the lowest energy form of online business there is. Here's how let's say that Joss and I have a team, right? We have a person in charge of customer service. We got some people doing some other things. Like, we got a team. Some of our team are in the chat right now. But if we're just running it by ourselves, it's really simple. You just set the boundaries. Like, if you have a forum or a Facebook group, I check my forum every day at 9 a.m. That's it. 1 hour a day. I'm going to get in there and check my people, right? So there's your membership. You ran that. I'm going to do 2 member calls a month, okay? I'm going to do 2 90-minute member calls. There's another hour and a half twice. That's 3 hours, right? So right now we're at about, an hour a day of your community, but, twice a month do a member call, then block off 30 more minutes to help people with passwords and, do some refunds or whatever it is, right? That's all you got to do. So you have total control. You should never be spending more than 3 or 4 hours actually on your membership in any given day. You're going to spend a little more time doing the marketing, right? You got to set up a webinar. You got to write some emails, but that's what, another hour a day. Like, you can infinitely scale, get 1,000 people, get 500 people paying you. I know what you do. So 500 people maybe paying you $50 a month. That's $25,000 a month to work 4 hours a day, right? Like that. It's the ultimate don't burn me out thing. Okay. Now, you do lead a community. There's definitely responsibility, right, that comes with leading a membership, okay? It's not set it and forget it. We're not trying to get people to pay monthly for courses. No, we're going to lead, and we're going to build community. But here's what's cool. When your community builds, your community takes over. Like, when me and Jocelyn have forums inside of our communities. When people go in and there's a forum post, there's 9 people in the community, 10 people that have already answered the question before we can even get to it. Our team can't even get to the forum question because our members are jumping in and helping each other. And this energy gets created. You're outsourcing some of that energy to your community itself, right? So I tell everybody this: if you want to get burnt out and work 70 hours and you want to be totally like just a mess in a year, launch courses every 90 days. Right? Do a telesummit. But if you want low energy, consistent, predictable revenue, and you can give yourself a raise every day, every time you send an email, you get new members, right? If you want to build an awesome community of friendship and fun and people succeeding together, the membership's the way to go. It's the easiest, lowest energy form of online business that you can run. And hey, here's the deal. It's why nobody else knows how to market correctly, right? It's why me and Jocelyn have been so successful, because everybody else is trying to do all this other marketing, sales, jive stuff from that they do for course sales and launches and affiliate products and all this, and it just doesn't work for memberships. It's why I created the Membership Masters newsletter, because I realized nobody knew how to sell these things. Nothing worked, right? Because everybody else is trying to kill themselves following Gary Vee, when really you just got to put it in cruise control and set up some promotions a couple times a month. So you can do it, Jen. You should convert and try it. I know you would be successful in what you do. All right. Rod says, Shane, your thoughts on the future of this type of platform with the rollout of 5G? Do you see a lot less friction to the new folks just starting out? New support products from software to hardware? I mean, Kajabi's built for the future, you know, and I mean, 5G is going to make everything faster, smoother, better. Everybody's going to be using the internet more. So I'm not exactly sure what your question comes from here, Rod. Like, you know, I think that new people, online business is about to explode. If you don't launch and grow your membership now, there's about to be a huge wave of people coming into this space. Like me and Jocelyn have been telling everybody for years, you better on business while the getting's good. You better grow your community now. And everyone in the last 2 months was forced online. Companies like Twitter are telling their people to stay home forever. People are figuring out that you can actually make money on your cell phone and your iPad while sitting on a beach. It's true. I was sitting there this morning. Go check my Instagram. We have a lake behind our house, and I was just chilling, relaxing. Sales were coming in. Had this webinar day because I wanted to get it out before we go to print. You better do it now, because all this new technology, the new culture, the new world we find ourselves in, the online world is about to get way more crowded. There's never been a better time to get your foothold into the online space and get your membership going. You better do it right now. Okay. All right. We've got a couple more questions here. About to wrap this up. Dinah says, is this considered a meeting or a webinar on Zoom? There are two types of Zooms. Diana, I recommend using webinar, the webinar version. But you can, if you've got less than 100 people or less, if you think less than 100 people are going to be on your Zoom call, you can totally use the meeting platform. I prefer the webinar platform. One, we can afford it. It costs a little bit more money. It automatically stores these videos in the cloud and sends them out to people. It's really automated for me. We've tried other platforms, even Zoom meetings, and we've never found a system that was as good as Zoom webinars for hosting webinars. We've got the Q&A box, the chat box. I can control who's in here and the attendees and, you know, things like that. And I want to make sure that I always have smooth connection, and this has been the best connection we've found. So that's why we use the Zoom webinar platform instead of the Zoom meeting platform. Also, too, we don't want people on camera because some of our webinars have hundreds of people at them, and that can get you into trouble. So that's why we do that. All right. Gene says, could you explain what a content form is for users to communicate with you? A content form is something, you can actually build those in Kajabi, Gene, and it's just something that someone, basically they fill out a form, like when you go type something in on Amazon or something, and they hit a button and it sends it to you. Now, if you want to talk about a content forum, which might have been what you're talking about here, you can install a forum into your community. You can just embed them. I use a tool called Website Toolbox to create a forum, and that creates like conversations and things like that. So that's a core component of most memberships. But if you don't really want to get into the technical stuff of forums, you can go right now to your Facebook account and start a Facebook group, and you can call it Gene's Community Facebook Group. And whatever Gene's Community sells, you just give people access to that private group, and they can talk to each other. You can build a really strong community in a Facebook group. Okay. And this will be the last question for today. Jennifer says, I have such a hard time wrapping my head around how low touch memberships are when I am running my studio. But Jennifer, there's a difference in running a physical yoga studio where you actually teach yoga and where you're letting people watch your yoga recordings or your live studio recordings. I totally get that, but hey, memberships online, as long as you got a place for your community to hang out, as long as you can get on live doing this with them a couple times a month, and as long as you can add some new content every single month, it's going to be really, really, really super low energy. All right, guys, that's all I got today. Just want to go over this one more time. You need to sign up for Membership Masters newsletter. If you have an audience, if you have a membership, if you're launching, if you want to grow your audience, get more members, and keep more members, that's what we do in the Membership Masters news every single month. The people who are the most committed, most serious to making memberships work for them and for their family, subscribe to the #1 membership marketing newsletter on the planet. This is a print newsletter. I'm going to send it out. Somebody sent me a message a second ago. I'm going to send the digital copy to everybody, U.S., international. It doesn't matter. If you sign up today, tomorrow morning, you're going to get the digital copy, and then I'm going to send you this print copy because you can't ignore it. It's going to be sitting in your face. You're going to be hanging out with it for the next month. I'm going to tell you what to do every single day. I'm going to help you warm up your list. I'm going to help you fill up your webinars, and I'm going to help you run that summer sale so that you can get more members and make more money and give yourself a raise in your membership for your family. If you sign up today, you're going to get it absolutely for free. All we ask is you cover a little bit of shipping and handling, $14.95, but it's normally $197 a month. I'm going to send you the first one for free. I know if you use it, it's going to pay for itself month after month in the future. You're going to get instant access right now to 2 back issues of the Membership Masters newsletter. We do not sell back issues. These are the only back issues available. They're in there. They're really important issues, though. One's going to teach you my $1 million free trial funnel. The other one is going to help you with marketing in the age of coronavirus. That's a $394 value. That's inside instant access. You're going to be looking the next 5 minutes once you sign up for the June issue of the Membership Masters newsletter for free. You're going to get access to my Membership Mindset Masterclass. Those fundamentals that I taught you at the beginning, it's a 45-minute class where I'm going to take you through those individually and help you make sure that your membership is built on rock and not on sinking sand. That's a $297 course. I'm including it in there for free. Our onboarding and retention masterclass so that you can get people into your membership faster and keep them longer. Another $300 course. We are uploading this week our webinar training series with a template that you can load. It tells you slide by slide how to build a sales webinar designed to sell memberships. That's a new course that we're adding for Membership Masters subscribers. I'm putting that up there because we're going to be doing a webinar this month, and I want to make sure that you succeed with that. It's another $300 course, 2 live Q&As, $500 value, plus priority support, another $100 value. That's over $1,500 in free issues, free courses that you're going to get instant access to today. And then I'm going to mail you a copy of the June issue of the Membership Masters newsletter this week. We go to print tomorrow. Today is the last day. As soon as you sign up for this, you should be getting an email. Hey, make sure when you get to the order form, click subscribe to the email list. If you didn't, we'll get in there, Carolyn, and we'll help you out. But you got to make sure you subscribe to the email list. If you don't, you're not going to get your emails. Username and password, but get a link. You're going to get a link that you can log into, and there's a member area just for Membership Masters subscribers, Carolyn. But you need to make sure at checkout you check that box. If you don't, go to flippedlifestyle.com/support and shoot Carrie, our director of retention. She's going to help you get logged in this week. But all those courses will be coming to you in email. You're going to be able to download those, use those tonight. You're going to be able to crush it and use those tonight. Make sure you check that out. If you're watching this later and you don't see the link is membershipmasters.com, www.membershipmasters.com. That'll get you there. Or I've got a direct link to check out right there in the chat. I'm going to leave that in the chat box for the next few minutes. Cannot wait to meet you at the mailbox in June. It's going to be a great month. The world's opening back up. The birds are chirping. The sun is finally shining. It's getting warm outside. I'm about to swim to the bottom of my lake later today and get my ladder because it fell in so that we can go swimming out in the lake. We're going to get the jet skis fired up right now. And we're going to get those going too. So make sure that you sign up today. Robert, if you're already a subscriber to Membership Masters, they are in the member area. If you can't find the email with your link or your login, just shoot us a message over at flippedlifestyle.com/support, and I'll make sure that you get that this week. Those are available for everybody. Those are anybody that's a subscriber right now. If you're already a subscriber, you've got access to all those resources. I've got them all uploaded. Anybody that signs up today, get your first issue for free. If you do it, if you take action, it's going to pay for itself. How much is your membership? Is it $25 a month? Do what I say in June. Get 9 members. It's free forever. You're basically paying for it. Hey, and then the next month you add 9 more. And you stack them, 9 more, 9 more, until you've got your 100 people. If you got a $50 a month membership, you only have to get 4 members. If all in June, all we did with the newsletter was help you get 4 members, it's going to pay for itself 100 times over forever. You just have to read what it says, do what it says step by step every day. And I know it's going to help you grow your membership business. Have a great Sunday. Have a happy Memorial Day. Keep an eye on your inbox. We've got more great trainings coming up in June. We'll see you soon. Until next time, do whatever it takes to flip your life and become a membership master. We'll see you in the mailbox.